June 9, 2024. Marcus Giovanni here. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston, CO. You're unfucking believable, folks. You're an unfucking believable. Do you know what that means? You're an unfucking believable. See right here, there's two choices. You heard me? See, everything that I've been saying since 2011 is the truth. And now they're all caught in a web. That's why it's called World Wide Web. And it's sticky. And once it's on you, you ain't getting out of it. And so what I did is showed a lot of people that are afraid to come forward that what I'm saying is real. And that all the different things that I built are aces in the hole for when things really start getting bad for Mike Johnston. See, he don't know this because he's too busy stealing other people's content. Because if he didn't steal other people's content, then show your muscle, Mike. Because I'll show a judge, but since the judges are all, at least a couple of them, Magistrate Karen Hubler, you've got Andrew Luxon, the great Andrew Luxon, Judge Luxon, courtroom 414, where it all started. It took 4 elections, folks, to get somebody to concur that the Spear Amendment even existed. And if it existed, why isn't it being followed that enables the current administration to be in power for 63 years? Oh, wow. Did you see that? That's the other side of the coin. See, I usually spell it FKN. So, anyways, it's crazy, folks, but this is what's going on in our, when you think about the Metropolitan State University administrators, you think about Denver University administrators, you think about Sturm Law administrators, you think about all the people that are connected. I already went through almost every lawyer that's connected to Sturm Law that are of importance. Not all of them are. Most of them aren't. And so all the things that they're conspiring and all the things that they're trying to do with Mayor Webb and Michael Hancock and his suites and all his bullshit. I'm a man, M-A-N. And my number's 69. And my buddies and everybody called me Boss Man 69 when I was growing up. Only where I worked. And I was in very many places. Because I usually ran everything I did my own because I couldn't deal with people that would use me, take my credit, which, some bosses are allowed to because that's the teams you pick. So the captains of the team's going to get a lot of love. That's the way it is. But in the restaurant business, hands down, I've been doing it longer than anybody else in Denver. Not in Denver, but just anybody in Denver. And all the big wigs that were all part of that big swing. Remember all them clubs opening? They all fell. It's further going to fall. Because see, what these people don't understand is that we have a new God. It's called the computer God. You might have heard Black Sabbath sing about it with their album Dehumanizer, which were dehumanizing a president in the office of the presidency right before our adversaries' eyes. And these people do it with no shame. And that's why their voices, this is why we need them to come out of the closet. We need all these people to finally air their grievances on why they hate this man, Donald Trump, who's never had a fair... Now, I didn't vote for the guy. I don't vote for nobody. That's how you stay objective. And so that's how you get where you go, because it's already been ordained by China. The same people we buy all of our stuff from. Well, when you understand authority and what people do for us, friends or foes, and when you understand that every single person's voice, even the President of the United States, all his secret services, all of Obama, anybody that's connected, this is why our Homeland Security's head is just spinning, because nothing's making sense. And one day they're all going to wake up, just as I had to wake up to what I'm talking to all you people about. And it's going to be gone just like this right here. Nothing. Because people that don't do the right thing, we're not talking about don't be evil, because that's too whimsical for Gen AI to understand. There was too many layers. Are we talking fiction or nonfiction? Okay. And there's people breaking that down in large language models, but the large language models that they have for language now is kind of indicative to images, MP3, MP4, verses, scripts, titles, words, phrases. Like, the Democrat Party is really good at, when you look at all the different news that uses the same taglines, because they know how it works, right? But see, what they don't understand is that those taglines are going to come back and bite them all in the ass and take them out like this. There's nothing there, folks. And the reason why there's nothing there, because you gotta, in order to be what you say you are, you gotta be able to build things. I mean, there's really no artist that can actually build his own content. They have to use Twitter or X or YouTube. I use YouTube, so I do have to use something, right? But I pay for the YouTube. I pay for the Google. I know what having business cloud. My phone is a Google phone. So the more and more that I live and breathe Google, the more and more I have that authority, and YouTube, the more I have authority over those that use Apple and trying to take over a Google platform. And then go tell all the buddies that Google and YouTube is corrupt and that they shadow people. And if they really wanted to do that, like, see me, that's why I don't own Google, I would take those people and I'd block them completely. You'll never open an account. Get the fuck out of here. Because what people don't understand is that just because you're in China doesn't give you American rights to our Constitution. And this is where our politicians have slutted us off so much. That's why we're known as the white whore. Because we don't know who, we're being used by everybody. You know who gets fucked the worst? You want to know? All those people that didn't vote. Because when you look at the poll, you say, oh, well, 33% all approve what Biden's doing. It's that 33% that AI is going after. Because when you look at what Biden's done, you look at what his son, and the parading of even our sitting president right now, they're now his family is being dehumanized. Because people are starting to realize that, man, we can lie to the American people, but we're not going to be able to lie to Gen AI, no matter how evil we make it out to be, no matter how, because it comes back, because AI is not fucking evil. Google is not fucking evil. YouTube is not fucking evil. They have terms, they have conditions. Believe me, folks, I pushed my limit on this stuff, and I do things to protect other people, and sometimes it gets that poo-poo smell gets put on me. But that's okay. That's okay, because I just call God and start cussing him out. My God says, gee, if you get angry and you want to blow up at somebody, you want to call me a fucking ass clown, you want to say, God, go fuck yourself, do whatever you got to do, but make sure you're telling me. Because what you say to me, I created all those words. Ain't gonna hurt me, okay? But I know when you get done saying those words that you're gonna be worrying about if I'm gonna strike you with a tornado, lightning, flood, car accident, whatever. Why? Because I'm God. Now, do you believe God's that way? Or is he a forgiving God? In other words, you have the free will to do whatever the fuck you want, and when you die, it's over, and you'll be judged upon what you've done. Whether anybody finds out, nobody get away with it, whatever it is that you've done. God, I've been just fighting to stay alive for things I haven't done. And so when I'm going to write a book, The Epitome of Slippery. Anyways, but this is it. This is what it looks like. And see, most people don't get this. Do you have your, when you're doing searches like that? If you have that, which everybody can do this. If you run for office, go make it. Don't, if you don't run for office, don't do it. And you got to do things right. See, what Mike Johnston doesn't realize is that everything that he did, he even started. He wanted to find practical, pragmatic ways. My campaign was people for a more pragmatic government. You see how that works? That's why this is here. That's why you don't see his shit. Because he doesn't know how to do that. His people don't know how to do that. They're outdated. The chief information officer, the woman that they have there, Google search her fucking name. Google search, use some Google operators. Google search the entire city council for Denver. You'll find out that everything that they are is bloviated content by their peers. And they really haven't done nothing with that. Paul Cashman, that guy's the biggest, he's just another Charlie Brown that when he leaves, he's going to collect his salary for the rest of his fucking worthless life. And when I say worthless life, it's because I had to move from that district because of him. He was going to save the day, but he didn't want to talk to me, just like Charlie Brown didn't want to talk to me. And oh, if you raise your voice, are you threatening me? What? What are you talking about? Those are the key words that cowards uses. Once that comes out of their mouth and anybody hears it, oh, did you hear that? No, I heard what you said. Don't threaten me. What'd he do? He threatened me. What'd he say? And then there goes the lies. And they're good at it, folks. Believe me. They're good at it. When you get when the police get fooled by people that are evil and they think they're really helping people, this is where now it all gets indexed. It all gets pattern matched. And one day, like I said, you're going to wake up. And you're going to be erased. Remember that movie, Erased? But see, where you get erased is not completely off the internet unless you're just a complete... like in other words, if you're like these senators that are like Maxine Waters, folks, I don't know how I'm going to tell you this, but you need to change your underwears, man. Because she's been shitting in your britches for a long time. And everybody like her using the same words. See, the thing is AI is going to let these people keep talking. So when they recruit other voices, then the AI's got to start a block on them and build their file on who they are and what they say and where they've gone and all their emails and all their text messages and all their social channels. But now it happens like done. The whole entire world says something. It's done. That's Gen AI. And when everybody talks about the metaverse and the futureverse, thinking they know what that is, when I've been doing this shit for 18 fucking years, and I'm being nice. See, I'm doing things because I do things to where people react to their bosses because my content's not really public. It's public, but nobody's searching this stuff. Mine's operated by AI to those that are looking for real answers. So when someone follows me, it took a lot to go through all that crap because there's no advertising. It's the word of mouth. They don't talk because that's what loose lips sink ships. But if I was mayor right now, folks, I guarantee you we would already be celebrating our first $100 million for the first year in promised money and probably $50 million in collected monies. Not for the citizens, not for the government, but City and County of Denver LLC, which we're just about to launch, which now I'm going to be able to go, I'm going to step away and let the real professionals, and I'll go into my little cubicle and end up being an employee of something that I founded to protect and create residual income for the citizens of Denver, so that we can now embrace people with money instead of people with no money. I'm sorry, folks. I never been taught in business to go after people with no money. Never in my entire fucking life. None of my, you follow me? Go where the money is. I sold candy 1967 in Beverly Hills, California. I went from Arizona to California. And then on my summers, growing up, I went to Catalina Island because my mom's family was taking care of the Wrigley's bird sanctuary. We used to hang out at the Wrigley Mansion in Phoenix, and some people would see my dad's station wagon there because we had a Dodge Crestwood, and because we had 9 people in our family. My parents were white, Irish, very strict Roman Catholic Republicans, very generous, very generous. My dad gave his money to Father Flanagan, gave his money to Notre Dame. He was an honorary alumni at that for that school, Notre Dame, and he went to ASU, got his master's in ASU, and the things I saw with my parents breaking up and getting divorces, and the new families moving in and taking over all the stuff. My father passed away. He had some really nice collectibles. I didn't get anything. His wife's kids got my dad's stuff. So for me, I would have given it to the charities anyways, except some of his stuff that I could have handed down to my kids. But the houses, his Jaguar, I think it was a '68 A type. Yeah, they got all that. So so when I think about my childhood and all those people that I knew and all just ugh, and then being disowned out of my family because of what the FBI did. And we took it from and I wrote a book, Nelson versus the United States of America, a System in Denial. This poor schmuck, Mark Nelson, Mr. Fucking. You see a movie, that Jerry Lewis movie, Patsy? Yeah. And those people with ADHD, chronic, let me tell you something. Or for anybody, I was a firm believer that if you don't have anything to hide, then you should tell what you know. That don't work, and that hasn't worked since 1992, folks. Look how many years we are now, and look where we're at. Now it's not just the FBI field agents. Now it turned out being all the bosses. Well, when you understand voice indexing and you understand China and you understand the people that came across the border, those are not necessarily soldiers of arms, but soldiers of digital devices. I mean, I did my homework, man. And my homework, I know, gets funneled and it just, they know, or I wouldn't be here. But it's just a matter of being able to, when I mean I wouldn't be here, meaning my content and everything that I'm showing everybody, because the people that are doing what they're doing, they don't see this. They don't care. They don't. When you're in power, you don't care, folks, because you're in power. So when little people to them are people that don't mean anything, but I mean a lot. I mean more than the entire city combined. That's how evil the Hickenlooper, the Hancock, and now we're dealing. Oh, who was the guy between Hickenlooper, Vidal, another worthless fuck. And I watch these people, Kelly Bro at the Denver Chamber of Commerce, and all those kiss asses. Man, it's all about money and paying them and having parties and bloviating and kissing each other's ass and sniffing out their crotches to see how much more money they can get. I was out of that place because I knew, man, that these people are so far. They're in Stone Age, folks. They're talking Silicon Mountain, but they're really city decay. They have destroyed everything that Mayor Spear built. And when we went to court, case number 23 CV 54, courtroom 414, Andrew Luxon. I waited 4 elections to finally get somebody to concur that the Spear Amendment was real. No media, no Denver Post, no Fox 31, no ABC, no NBC, no CBS, no Fox Local, none of them. But yet they're all beating that drum that they're the ones. And they're the ones that are going to go poor. Deep poor, folks. They don't even know, but I know. They should be calling me on the phone and say, dude, show us this, please. I don't want to be, I don't want to go where you're telling me I'm going. Because you're going. And we're not talking about hell, folks. We're not talking about hell. We're talking about the dark web. See, the hell, at least you won't know that you're there until you're there. Like when you die, it's the end of the world. Everything gets judged. See, we don't know that because we're still alive. Does that make sense? So you can believe what I tell you or you can believe what you see. But Mike Johnson is a walk-in turd wallet. And I would really like to challenge him at an MMA fight to raise money for all the people that he claims that he raises money for and he does all this for. And, I don't even think he lives in Denver. I don't know. But I know that where he was a city council or where he was a senator or whatever, a House of Representative or whatever he claims to be, that's why you have Mike Johnston CO and not Mike Johnston Den. Because he's eyeballing that governorship, folks, and him and his people and the media, they're all boxing it up like a box of cherries. But Michael, I'm telling you, brother, like I'm telling you, when you start talking that talk, we've got content that is following your voice. It's going to wrap you up because you're not going to fuck up Colorado like you fucked Denver up. Period. You heard me?